Hi, Jason Kramer with Twin Cities Homebuyers again here, and today I'm answering the question, how long does it take to sell a house to an investor? And so one of the main questions that we get common when people call and say they want to sell a house is, how long does it take? And one of the benefits to selling to an investor versus listing a house and selling it to a retail buyer, is what we call people that are buying it to live in it, is we're not buying it to live in it, so we don't have a set time frame that we need to close. So we're not selling a house that we need to sell in order to move into it. So we're very, very flexible when it comes to timing. And so a couple different ways that's helped people in the past is like relocation. We had one couple that was trying to time their relocation. They're moving out of state, and they had a specific time frame that they wanted to close in it. And so what we did is we were able to set the closing up to the exact day that they were actually closing on their other house. They're actually moving from Minnesota out of state to another state. And so they had to get the money wired on a exact date to the other title company that they were buying their other house with, and we were able to coordinate that and synchronize those closings absolutely perfectly for them. And so that was a huge benefit to them to have that kind of control over the closing date. And another example of a client that we were able to help with the timing of the closing was a lady who had been looking to sell her house and move into a senior housing, and she'd been looking for a couple of years and wasn't able to find anything. And her main concern was, do I sell my house first, or do I try to find a new place to move in first? There were waiting lists and stuff like that. And so she was not able to figure that out, called us up, and we went through that whole process with her. And because we're flexible with our closing, what we agreed to do, we agreed on a price and that type of thing, is we put a closing date on there, and what we did was floated it. We floated the closing date and made the purchase agreement contingent upon her being able to find a new place. And so she had told us initially that she had spent over 2 years looking for a place to live, and every time they had called, they asked her, hey, do you have a house to sell? She had to say yes. And then they would skip her on that list, and then they would go on to the next person and that type of thing. So once we were able to agree on a price and we put it under contract, she went out that weekend, was actually able to find a place that weekend, and then we actually timed the closing again, similar to the other client. We were able to time that closing perfectly with the timing of when she was moving in to the new place. And so something that had taken her 2.5 years of trying to figure out how to time these things, how to sell the house and then move into a new place. And because there was a lot of confusion about what to do first, should I sell the place, should I sell my house, or should I move into the new place, we actually were able to help her with that. And in basically one weekend, she was able to find a new place, move into that, and then we timed the closing, and she was very happy with how that turned out. If you have any other questions about this or any other topic, my email and phone number are listed on the video. I'd be happy to answer those questions or any other questions that you might have, and maybe even record a video about that as well. We do offer a free in-house, no obligation consultation where I could kind of go over more of the issues about timing or any other questions that you have, and even give you a cash offer if you're interested in that as well. Thanks for watching the video, and have a great day.